This is Darshana Gauchan with your B2B Cambodia Market update for September 8, 2025. The Cambodia Securities Exchange Index was up 1.43 points or 0.36% and closed at 403.25. Total trade volume was up with 102,121 shares changing hands at a total trade volume of 326.6 million real or over $81,600. On the main board, 7 stocks out of 9 were up. Leading the market was Sihanoukville Autonomous Port, up 0.67% or 80 real to 12,100 real per share, followed by Royal Group Phnom Penh SCZ, which rose 0.49% or 10 real to 2,070 real per share. Other stocks also up were Phnom Penh Water Supply Authority, Phnom Penh Autonomous Port, Acleda Bank, Pestec Cambodia, and CamGSM. Meanwhile, Grand Twins International dropped 0.28% or 20 real to 7,060 real per share, while MJQ Education remained flat at 1,990 real per share. Over on the growth board, both JS Land and DBD Engineering stayed flat at 2,780 real per share and 2,040 real per share, respectively. CamGSM recorded the highest trade volume of the day with 22,150 shares changing hands at a total value of 53.6 million real or over $13,000, approximately 22% of the total trade volume on Monday. Acleda Bank recorded the second highest trade volume of the day with 18,215 shares changing hands at a total value of 122.9 million real or over $30,000, about 18% of September 8's trade volume. Moving on to the exchange rate, the Khmer Real to USD remained stable at 4,010 real per US dollar, while the US dollar index was down to 97.69. OPEC Plus flagged plans to further increase production from October, but the amount was modest. Brent crude climbed $1.24 or 1.9% to 66.74 US dollars a barrel, while US West Texas Intermediate crude rose $1.17 or 1.9% to 63.04 US dollars a barrel. Both benchmarks fell more than 2% on Friday as a weak U.S. jobs report dimmed the outlook for energy demand. They lost more than 3% last week. Gold prices rose to a record high, breaking through a key $3,600 level after soft U.S. jobs data cemented expectations of an interest rate cut by the U.S. Federal Reserve at its meeting next week. Spot gold was up 0.7% at $3,612.20 US dollars per ounce. Bullion rose to a record high of $3,616.64 US dollars earlier in the session. Bullion has surged 37% so far this year, building on a 27% gain in 2024, driven by a weaker dollar, strong central bank buying, a softer monetary policy backdrop, and geopolitical and economic uncertainty. US gold futures for December delivery were unchanged at $3,653.10 US dollars. U.S. stock futures moved up a little on Monday. Investors are waiting for new inflation numbers since there aren't many other big events on the calendar during what is usually the slowest month of the year. As of the time of the Cambodian market's closing, futures on the Dow Jones Industrial Average and the S&P 500 both ticked up roughly 0.2%. Contracts on the Nasdaq 100 were slightly more upbeat, trading about 0.3% higher. This was Darshana Gauchan with your B2B Cambodia Market update for September 8th.